Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the 28-Day Healthy Habits Challenge. Before we dive in, let's get real for a moment. Have you ever tried a wellness or nutrition challenge before? Did you see some progress, maybe even shed a few pounds, but then life happened and you ended up right back where you started? You're not alone. Most people face this because not because they failed, but because the plan did. So crash diets and restrictive challenges aren't designed to last. So this challenge is very different. The 28-Day Healthy Habits Challenge is about real life and not quick fixes. So we'll build sustainable habits one simple step at a time. So we're going to be nourishing your body with real food, growing your self-awareness, and showing up with consistency, not perfection. And when the 28 days wrap up, that's just your launch pad. We offer ongoing one-to-one nutrition coaching to help you keep the momentum going and continue making progress with support. Because this isn't just about next month, it's about creating a healthier, more confident version of you that lasts. So let's make that happen together. So our philosophy is simple. Keep it simple, make it stick. We believe good nutrition shouldn't feel complicated or stressful. It's one of the most powerful tools you have for better energy, health, and confidence, and it should work in real life. So that's why we keep it simple. No fads, no extremes, just small, sustainable habits that build real results over time. We also take a whole person approach. So nutrition and movement matter, but so does sleep and stress, mindset, your day-to-day lifestyle. They're all connected, and we're here to help you navigate them together. Because when you feel good in all areas of life, it's easier to stay consistent, and consistency is what makes habits stick. So, the objectives. By the end of today's seminar, you'll be ready to hit the ground running. Our goals are to help you set yourself up for success throughout the 28-Day Healthy Habits Challenge, identify your starting point, so the first small step that will make the biggest impact, and learn how to use the tools and resources available to support your progress, stay accountable, and keep the momentum going. You don't need to be perfect, you just need a plan. And that's exactly what we're here to help you build. So before we start, let's build some awareness before we build habits. So let's pause and reflect. Real change starts with self-awareness. So consider these 3 questions. And if you're watching the recording, I'll have you just pause the video after each question, take some time to think, or jot down some notes in your handbook. What habits or beliefs have shaped your current relationship with food, movement, or self-care? Question 2. When you've made your progress in the past, what supported your consistency and what caused you to drift off track? Last question. What would it feel like to reach your goal and what you're truly craving? Confidence, freedom, energy, strength, or something else? So the answers to these questions are going to guide your focus, your effort, and your why throughout the challenge. So you've already set some strong intentional goals during your one-on-one session. So now let's take a moment to reconnect with them. So revisit your why, the deeper reason behind your goals. Reflect on what success will look and feel like in your life. Use this moment to refocus your energy for the next 28 days. Take 3 minutes to complete page 2 of your handbook. So you'll be listing at least one long-term goal and one short-term goal. Answer the reflection prompts honestly about why they're important to you. And as a bonus, you can post your goals somewhere visible, keep them on top of your mind during the challenge. When you get home today, if you send a picture in the group chat, bonus points. So you may have noticed the non-scale victories listed at the bottom of your goal setting page. These wins are just as important, if not more important, than anything you'll see on the scale. So they reflect the true lasting progress that builds over time. More energy, better sleep, improved confidence, fewer cravings, and so much more. So we partnered with HSN because their mission aligns with ours to help prevent and reverse chronic disease through sustainable lifestyle change. And that kind of transformation happens from the inside out. So the real goal to reach and maintain those powerful non-scale victories, that's the version of health we're helping you build. So take a moment to circle or highlight the non-scale victories that you're most excited to experience. These are the wins that matter the most, and they're 100% within reach. So now turn to the person next to you. You each have 30 seconds to share what you're working towards over the next 28 days. Be specific, be bold, speak it into existence. And switch. And remember, the more people who know about your goals, the stronger your accountability. So share your goals with your inner circle, training partners, family, coworkers. Let them help you support your journey. So now that we know where we want to go, let's talk about how we'll get there. There are two key ingredients for success: habits and consistency. So your habits shape your progress. Your consistency determines whether that progress sticks. So think of it this way. You wouldn't brush your teeth for 28 days and expect perfect dental health for the rest of the year. So why treat your nutrition any differently? This challenge is here to help you kickstart your journey by laying a solid foundation built on 3 core principles of the Healthy Steps Nutrition Framework, all outlined in your handbook. So as we review each one, take a moment to check out the research behind it. These aren't just nice ideas, they're evidence-based strategies designed to help you feel better, get stronger, and build habits that truly last. So here are our 3 core nutrition principles. These core nutrition principles have helped tens of thousands of people take control of their health, one simple, sustainable habit at a time. Now it's your turn. So principle number 1, add more whole foods into your day. So we're going to focus on foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, healthy fats, more nutrients, fewer ingredients. Principle number 2, focus on balance. So when we talk about balance, we're talking macronutrient balance, making sure your meals and snacks include a combination of carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats. Why does this matter? So when all 3 macronutrients are present, you'll feel more satisfied, stay fuller longer, and have steadier energy throughout the day. No more crashes or cravings an hour after eating. We'll dive deeper into how each macro works, so stay tuned for that. Principle number 3, limit ultra-processed carbs, added sugar, and alcohol. We don't have a specific habit around this principle during the challenge, and that's intentional. So what we found is that when clients consistently focus on the first 2 principles, whole foods and balance, paired with daily movement and sleep and stress management, this 3rd principle tends to fall into place naturally. But let's bring some awareness to it anyway, because it matters. Have you ever reached for a snack, soda, drink without thinking twice? You're not alone. These mindless moments add up and can quietly impact your energy, mood, cravings, and progress. So this principle is all about building awareness, especially around 3 common culprits. Those 3 common culprits are ultra-processed carbs. So chips, pastries, white bread, sugary cereals. These foods are stripped of nutrients, spike your blood sugar, and leave you crashing soon after. Added sugars are hidden in everything from soda and desserts to flavored yogurts, healthy smoothies, and protein bars. Alcohol. Even moderate amounts can disrupt sleep, recovery, digestion, and blood sugar, all of which are key to feeling your best. So these ingredients are linked to inflammation, cravings, and energy dips, and often crowd out the nourishing foods your body actually needs. But this isn't about cutting them out completely. It's about making intentional choices that align with how you want to feel. So the 3 core nutrition principles are our guideposts. They give us a big picture direction. But to make real progress, we need clear, actionable steps. That's where the 4 pillars come in. These are your daily habits, small, consistent actions that build real results over time. So pillar 1, nutrition. That's your foundation. Each week we'll introduce one specific nutrition habit, layering it on top of the last. This approach keeps things manageable and helps create lasting change. The next 3 pillars stay consistent throughout the challenge, helping support and amplify your nutrition progress. So 30 plus minutes of movement, walk, stretch, strength train, dance, just move daily in a way that feels good. 7 plus hours of sleep. Sleep affects hunger, energy, recovery, and stress. Prioritize rest to fuel progress. 10 plus minutes of stress management. So intentional downtime, even just deep breathing, helps regulate hormones and reduce emotional eating. So let's dive into these a bit deeper. Sleep. Quick check-in. How many of you actually track your sleep? Sleep is often overlooked, but it's one of the most powerful tools for improving your health, body, composition, and performance. And it doesn't cost a thing. The recommended amount for adults, 7 to 8 hours per night. For athletes or those training hard, may even be needed for full recovery and optimal performance. Why sleep matters. Hormone regulation. So sleep helps balance key hormones that control hunger, stress, and metabolism. Muscle recovery. Growth hormone is released during deep sleep, which is a must for building muscle. Blood sugar stability. So poor sleep equals unstable blood sugar, increased cravings, and lower energy. Weight management. Lack of sleep disrupts hormones like ghrelin and leptin, which control appetite. Did you know 35% of adults report getting less than 7 hours of sleep at night? So let's make it actionable. Ask yourself, How can I consistently get 7+ hours of sleep per night? What does my nighttime routine currently look like? And what needs to change? Your challenge: create a simple wind down routine and set a consistent bedtime. Avoid doom scrolling by charging your phone away from your nightstand 30 minutes before bed. Even small adjustments like dimming lights, limiting screens, or setting an alarm for bedtime can make a big difference. Let's talk about stress. So, when you have chronic stress, your body stays alert despite no danger. Over time, this puts you at risk for health problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, depression or anxiety, skin problems such as acne or eczema, menstrual problems. What can you do? Find productive ways to manage your stress. So, some examples include yoga, meditation, breath work, walking, seeing a mental health professional, talking with a friend, and journaling. Speaking of breath work, not only is breath work helpful for stress management, but it can also support better sleep, especially when you wake up in the middle of the night and your mind won't settle. One simple and effective method is box breathing. It calms your central nervous system and helps quiet a racing mind. Here's how it works. So you're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. So it's like a box. So let's try it together. Okay, so we're going to go inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can repeat the cycle as many times as needed to fall back asleep or anytime you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or overstimulated. It's a small tool with a big impact. Daily movement. So the importance of daily movement is often underestimated, even by those of us who exercise regularly. I've been guilty of it myself, getting in a workout, then sitting for most of the day and thinking, well, I already exercised. But the truth is, daily movement isn't the same as a gym session. Regular movement throughout the day supports better blood sugar control, improved digestion, reduced risk of chronic disease, enhanced energy, focus, and mood. Research shows that even light intensity movement like walking after meals can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 30% compared to sitting. If you work at a desk or spend long hours sitting, try building the habit of a 15-minute walk after lunch or dinner. It's a simple way to improve metabolic health, support digestion, and break up long periods of inactivity. Bottom line, in this challenge, we'll focus on moving your body throughout the day, not just during your daily gym session. Now let's dive into the most foundational pillar of this challenge: nutrition. Rather than trying to change everything at once, we'll focus on one key nutrition habit each week. Each habit builds on the last, helping you create real, sustainable progress without overcomplicating the process. So I'll walk you through what each week's focus will be and how it supports the bigger picture of building healthier habits for life. So week 1+ cup of non-starchy vegetables at lunch and dinner. Before we get too deep into the details, it's important to remember that I have given you all access to our support and accountability tool, the HSN app. So each week you'll get messages and reminders of what we're focusing on from me, so there is no need to remember every detail. Now let's dive in. So each week your handbook will walk you through a specific nutrition habit. On that page you'll find the weekly focus, the why behind the habit, 5 pro tips to help you succeed, extra info to make the habit easy to apply. So on Monday, we're starting with a simple but powerful habit. Add at least 1 cup of non-starchy vegetables at lunch and dinner. At the bottom of the page, there's a box with a list of non-starchy veggies to help guide your choices. So take a moment to circle or put a star next to 3 to 5 of your favorite vegetables. You'll also see a helpful visual. 1 cup is about equal to the size of your closed fist. Easy to estimate when you're going out or eating on the go. So what makes this habit so doable is its flexibility. You can order veggies at almost any restaurant. You can buy them fresh or frozen, whatever makes life easier. Prep them however you like: raw, roasted, steamed, sauteed. And remember, this challenge is all about progress, not perfection. So start with where you are, build from there. The goal is to make this habit feel simple and sustainable so it sticks with you long after the 28 days are over. Week 2 consists of a protein focus. Protein is essential, not just for athletes, but for anyone seeking to build muscle, recover effectively, and stay fuller for longer. It provides key amino acids your body needs for muscle repair and growth. It helps keep you satisfied and energized between meals, and it plays a major role in recovery, especially during workouts or challenges like this one. So choose lean protein sources like chicken breast, ground turkey, egg whites, or fish. Be mindful of higher fat protein options like ribeye or chicken wings. These can contain 5+ grams of fat per ounce, which can add up quickly. So quick facts: protein provides 4 calories per gram. Aim for protein to make up around 30% of your daily intake. Building balanced meals starts with anchoring them around your protein. It's your nutritional foundation. Week 3. The plate method is one of the easiest and most effective ways to improve your diet by eating a balanced meal of high quality foods. It's a great rule of thumb when eating out or whipping up a quick meal at home. So here's how you do it. You have half your plate consisting of non-starchy vegetables, a quarter of your plate lean protein, and a quarter of your plate starch. Then add in a healthy plant-based source of fat. So please note that the fat recommendation varies based on fat from protein or meat. Who here sometimes finishes their plate and still feels hungry or heads straight for seconds? Yeah, that's why how you eat your plate matters just as much as what's on it. So start with the veggies. Think leafy greens, broccoli, zucchini. Why? They're full of fiber and water, which help you feel full and satisfied early on. What's your favorite non-starchy veggie? Shout out a few. Yeah, yep. Personally, broccoli is one of my favorites. So next up is protein. And finally, save your starch or grain for last. Not because starches are bad, they give us energy, but eating them after veggies and protein can help keep blood sugar more stable and prevent overeating. If you're still hungry after your plate, no shame. That happens. Go back for more. Start non-starchy veggies first. It's a great way to honor your hunger and keep things balanced. Who wants to share? Which of these steps do you already do, and which one would be the easiest to try this week? Let's talk about carbohydrates. So carbs often get a bad rap, but they're actually one of your body's most important fuel sources. So carbohydrates include a wide range of foods like fruit, grains and pastas, bread, starchy veggies like sweet potatoes or butternut squash, and yes, even sugar. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose, which is the preferred fuel source for your brain and your muscles, especially during workouts and active days. So quick facts, carbs provide 4 calories per gram. Aim for 30 to 40% of your daily intake to come from carbohydrates. The key to choosing quality carbs, whole fiber-rich options over ultra-processed or sugary ones to fuel your energy, performance, and focus throughout the challenge. You'll focus on the green section of the starchy carbohydrates on the food options guide. Healthy fats. Let's clear this up once and for all. Fat doesn't make you fat. In fact, healthy fats play a vital role in your overall health and daily performance. Fat helps you feel fuller longer. It supports the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. It's essential for hormone production and brain function. That said, fat is the most calorie-dense of the 3 macronutrients, at about 9 calories per gram, compared to just 4 calories per gram for protein or carbs. So portion awareness matters. A little goes a long way. Focus on healthy plant-based fats such as avocados, olive oil, nuts and seeds, fatty fish like salmon. Aim for 30 to 40% of your daily calories to come from fat, keeping in mind that individual needs may vary based on your goals and activity level. Balanced fat intake equals long-lasting energy, better absorption, and better meals. Be sure to use the food option guide to review the list of healthy fats to focus on, including on your daily diet. So week 4, 8 ounces of water with every meal and snack. So this is going to support digestion, helps break down food and absorb nutrients, improves fullness. Drinking water can help reduce overeating, and it boosts hydration. So ensures regular fluid intake throughout the day. It replaces sugary drinks. So this is a simple way to cut out added sugars. And it's habit anchoring. So linking water to meals makes it easier to remember. Tips to make it stick. Keep a glass or bottle of water visible during meals. Start with a few sips if 8 ounces feels too much. Use reminders like cues like placing water by your plate. Flavor with lemon, mint, or cucumber if needed. Make it part of your meal prep routine. So pour water as you plate your food. This habit is a general recommendation. To understand more about your hydration needs, reference the urine color chart in week 4. You may have noticed at the bottom of your weekly focus pages that there's also a mini challenge listed. So every week you will have a simple mini challenge to help keep you accountable and have fun. These mini challenges parallel what you're already doing with the habits we selected. So each week I'll remind you of the mini challenge with all the details. Please remember that the mini challenge for week 1 is to do a pantry, aka kitchen clean out, and send proof of your clean out to the group chat. So this could be cabinets, an actual pantry or refrigerator, or all of the above. Don't worry, I will remind you again on Monday. So how the challenge works. I've given you all of the pieces of the puzzle, but let's take a moment to put them together. So I mentioned earlier that you all have access to the HSN app where the support and accountability will be delivered during the challenge. You will be in the HSN app daily, so let's review what that looks like and how to use it. All right, so with the HSN app, we are going to have weekly videos under the things to do, group messaging. So this is where you can post pictures, ask questions, comment on other posts, mark off daily habits. Have them mark off. You guys can all mark off the attend kickoff seminar habit now. The leaderboard is a great place to track your progress, see your points add up throughout the challenge. Think of this as positive peer motivation, a way to stay inspired and push yourself, not as competition or comparison. Each week, anyone who earns 28 points or more and actively participates in the group chat will also be entered to win a weekly prize drawing. Remember, the real win is in showing up for yourself and building habits that last. The journey is all about your personal growth. Private messaging with your coach. So let's send our first private message. I want you to think of something you learned today and send it to me as a private message in the HSN app. All right. Go ahead and give a thumbs up now in the group. Awesome. So under your things to do, you will see a habit that says attend the kickoff seminar. Click on that habit and click the blue button to complete it. Once you click that, you'll get a thumbs up for starting a streak. Go ahead and click out of the streak celebration, but stay on that page because I want to discuss compliance next. At the top right, you'll see 4 dots. Click on that and it will open up to a compliance tracker. So every day you complete your habit under the things to do, you will get a check mark on the calendar and we'll be able to see your completion rate for each week. We should aim to get at least 80% completion. We also know that the most successful clients have a great support system. In this challenge, we're all going to support each other. So open up your app to the dash where you will see a group titled Planet Forge 28-Day Nutrition Challenge. Open that up. This is where I want you all to ask your questions, share your food, and stay motivated. So let's take 1 to 2 minutes, type one thing you hope to get out of this challenge to share with the group. So there are many amazing features to help you on your journey, such as those videos, habit tracking, and messaging. But the reason is to give you a safe place. So this is just the beginning of your journey. We know this is a marathon and not a sprint. The app provides you with a place to stay intentional about your goals and close to your why. So this app is to help you celebrate the small victories that will lead you to find long-term success. That said, the best thing we can do to commit to visiting this safe place and utilizing its resources every day. So the page titled How Does the Challenge Work has a commitment statement at the bottom. We're going to fill that in because using this tool is also a habit you will have to commit to over the next 28 days. If you don't know when you will do it, it makes it more difficult to be consistent. So take a moment to look hard at your schedule and routines. What time of day could you commit to using this tool daily? Not Monday through Friday, not 1 to 2 days, but daily. Then write that on your handbook page and send your dedicated time in the group chat. Does everyone have a time that they wrote down and sent in the group chat? Okay, so let's recap the challenge engagements and then answer some FAQs before wrapping up with a Q&A. So how do you get the most out of this challenge? So joining this challenge is like signing up for a group fitness class. You've shown up and now it's time to fully participate. If you stay on the sidelines, you won't get the same results as someone who engages with intention and energy. This app is your toolkit and support system, a place to track habits, watch videos, message your coach, and connect with the group. Think of it as your daily anchor to stay focused on your goals and grounded in your why. Participation is key. The most successful clients are the ones who show up consistently and stay involved. Everything in this challenge was designed to build long-term success, and repetition is part of the process. It can take hearing something 8 to 10 times before it sticks, so lean into the learning. If you realize you'd benefit from more personalized support, talk to your coach anytime about switching to ongoing coaching. No need to wait until the end of the challenge. And don't forget, weekly raffles are happening. To be eligible, we're looking for 28 weekly points, participation in the group chat, and completing your weekly mini challenge. We'll draw and announce a winner each week in the app. So we're going to move on to nutrition FAQs now. So, do I have to track my food or count calories? No. There's no need to buy a food scale, weigh out portions when you have a plate or your hands. So, reference your food options guide in the handbook. You can use the hand portion size guide shown on pages 3 to 5 to ensure that your portion sizes are on track. How do I handle busy days when I don't have time to cook? Success comes from planning, not perfection. So the goal isn't to be perfect, but to be prepared. So here's a few simple strategies to help you stay on track even on your busiest days. So keep quick options on hand. Think rotisserie chicken, pre-cut veggies, hard-boiled eggs, tuna packets, or frozen steamable meals. No prep required, just assemble and go. Batch cook or prep ahead. Even preparing one balanced meal in advance for your busiest day can make a huge difference. Plan ahead when dining out. Look up the menu beforehand. Use your plate or hand portion guide to decide what fits your goals. If portions are large, ask for a to-go box when your meal is delivered. That way you can portion out what you need and save the rest for later. Lean on your community. Use the group chat to ask for quick meal ideas or share your go-to solutions. You're not in this alone. Community is key. What if the scale doesn't change? Remember, the scale is just one data point and not always the best one. During this challenge, pay attention to energy levels, sleep quality, mood and focus, how your clothes fit, confidence in your choices. You're likely making progress in more ways than the scale can show. What if I don't like some of the foods suggested? No problem. The goal isn't to follow a rigid food list, but to understand the principles behind balanced meals. You can swap out foods while still sticking to the habit. Don't like salmon? Choose another lean protein like chicken or tofu. Not a fan of spinach? Try bell peppers or zucchini. What support resources are available if I feel stuck or need help? You don't have to go it alone. Support is built into this challenge. Here's how to tap into it. Group chat. You can share wins, ask questions, and troubleshoot obstacles together. Private chat with your coach. Whenever you feel stuck, whether it's a food question or motivation dip or needing an accountability buddy, reach out. We've designed multiple lifelines so you always have someone in your corner. Can I still have treats or go out to eat? Yes. This challenge is meant to fit into real life, not take it over. So you'll learn how to make balanced choices even when eating out or enjoying a treat. It's about building awareness and not restriction. What happens after the challenge? So imagine yourself 6 months from now continuing to focus on what is manageable after the challenge. Where did you see yourself? Now imagine yourself 6 months from now taking a step back from focusing on your goals. How does that future differ from the first? How does that make you feel? So helping you achieve what you just imagined in the first scenario is why we're here and why we developed an ongoing nutrition program. So the ideal next step is ongoing individualized coaching until you meet your goal. Thank you so much for joining us for the Nutrition Challenge Kickoff Seminar. What questions do you have for me?